Good morning. It is very early in the morning when I'm filming this so that I can get the very best light for this video. And I am going to attempt to do a look today with Colourpop Bae. I went over this in my mind about what products that I was going to use with this, and this is a very unique complex eyeshadow because not only is it a duochrome, but the tones within the eyeshadow itself are opposite each other. And what I mean by that is it has warm and cool tones in it. When you just look at this, it looks like a blue teal, but when I tilt it, you might be able to see little flashes of, no, it's not showing up. Okay, so when you just look at it head on, it looks like a teal. But when you swatch it, along the edges is like a burgundy color. And it's a warm burgundy. So you've got the coolness of the blue or teal, and then you've got the warmth of the burgundy. So it can get pretty complicated when you're trying to figure out what other eyeshadows to put with this, what lip product are you going to use, what face products are you going to use, what blush, so on and so forth. So I thought about it a lot, and we're going to try something out today, and if it doesn't work, then you'll never see this video. I'll delete it. And if I like the results, then I'll post it. So I've already done a bunch of my products already because, you know, the video gets crazy long if you go from start to finish, and most people just don't have that kind of attention span. So let me just briefly tell you what products I used. I just used this pumpkin, I was going to say pumpkin spice. Is that right? Yes, pumpkin spice Burt's Bees lip balm. That was limited edition from last fall. Then I used my Hard Candy Sheer Envy Coconut Water Primer Stick. This is almost gone, and I'm just going to keep using it till it's gone. I love it, but I won't repurchase because I have a bunch of other primers that I really need to use so they don't get wasted. Then I used my Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r foundation. My shade is 160 Warm Peach. They still haven't restocked this at my local Sephora. I don't know what the deal is with that. I used Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer in the shade C1. I used to mix C1 and C3, but I think C1 is pretty good on its own for me. By the way, they're coming out with a stick foundation that people are raving about over in Europe, and I think we're getting that sometime in April at Ulta. I heard, I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. Contoured my face with my Jordana Sculpt and Go Creamy Contour Stick in the shade Light. If you've never tried anything like this meaning a cream contour, this is a good way to start. I love cream contours. Most people don't, but I do. I get this at Walgreens. For a blush, I used this. This is a beauty powder by MAC called Summer Rose. This is from a limited edition collection, so you can't get this anymore, but it's a cool toned pink, so you should be able to substitute just any cool tone pink blush that you have. And for a highlight shade, I used the Makeup Revolution SophX Highlghter Palette, and I used the purple. Let's see if I can get it to flash for you. I guess you can see it a little bit there. But I thought that would look really pretty with the pink blush. And bronzed my face with Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Light. Okay, so, oh, and I did my eyebrows with Maybelline Tattoo Studio in Soft Brown. My hair is getting lighter because of that coconut lemon treatment thing that I've been doing. It's been getting lighter on the colored part. And so this brow product is starting to get to be a bit too dark for me, so I'll probably have to switch to something else. My roots are growing in like crazy, and I'm really toying with the idea of just going au naturel and going gray. Haven't completely made up my mind yet, but I gotta make up my mind pretty soon, because if you look like underneath this colored part, it's all this, you know, gray white shade underneath. So I have to make up my mind and either color it or let it grow out, or maybe even have it colored white or gray. Don't really want to do that though, because that would really remove the colored from my hair, and it's really damaging when you have to strip it like that. But anyways, that's a subject for a whole nother video. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to need a sticky base for this eyeshadow, because it's loaded with glitter and I don't want any fallout issues. I'm going to use my Wet n Wild paint pot in white, but this was limited edition, so if you didn't pick this up with the Halloween collection, you can use the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. Almost identical product, but it's in stick form instead of in a pot. So I'm just gonna use my finger, and I'm just gonna put some of that all over the eye area to prime my eyes. Yeah, this the Colourpop Super Shock shadows are, for the most part, solid glitter. It just goes everywhere, and it will definitely move around if you don't use a sticky base. Not only will it fall onto your face, but it has a tendency to go in your eyes too, and that's very uncomfortable. So you want to make sure that you use a heavy sticky base. And if you don't want to use either of the ones that I showed, there are glitter glues. There's all kinds of possibilities that you can use. Okay, that looks and feels like it's pretty blended. Okay, so what I decided to do is take advantage of the fact that one of the shades that this eyeshadow flashes is burgundy. So I am going to use a burgundy shadow with it. Oh, but I should do my highlight shade first. For my highlight shade, I decided to go with MAC Phloof. And this is a cool beige. I just wanted to use something that wasn't going to be too obvious, but I didn't want anything that was going to conflict with the other eyeshadows that I was going to use. So this is a nice, cool highlight shade. So I'm just going to put some of that in the brow bone area. Trying to be very careful because, like I said, my brows are done already. But yeah, I wouldn't use anything too warm for a highlight shade with this Colourpop Bae. So this was one of the few cool tone highlight eyeshadows that I had. Okay, so like I said, I decided that burgundy would be a good color to pair with this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild brush in P15, and this is one of the brushes from their Pro line. Next time, I guess I thought they were going to be carrying these in stores, but I haven't seen them. So next time I place a Wet n Wild order, I definitely want to get some more of these brushes. Okay, so we're going to go for it here. This is MAC Deep Damson. This used to be a Pro shade at one time, and now anybody can get the Pro shades. So Your local MAC counter probably won't have this, but you can get it either on the MAC website or at a MAC store. So I'm gonna dip my brush in there. This is a really pigmented eyeshadow. And I'm gonna put this in the crease. And this is the other shade that Bae flashes. So in theory, if I put the Bae on my lids, and I am going to still use another color besides that, it should blend into this beautifully. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, great. So I did the other eye, and now we're going to go in with Bae. Now, let's see. There's lots of options here. A lot of people like to use their fingers with these Super Shock shadows. That's certainly an option. For a brush, if you're going to use a brush, your best bet is to use a synthetic brush. And believe it or not, a third option would be to use a sponge tip applicator, like the kind that come with drugstore eyeshadow palettes that we usually throw away. That works too. Don't know if I have one of those, but that works real well. No, I don't think I have one of those handy, so let's use a synthetic brush. I think that actually my finger would be the best option, but I don't know about you, but I hate sticking my finger in like a wet eyeshadow. It just grosses me out. So I'm going to use this Colourpop synthetic eyeshadow brush. It's funny, I didn't grab that because it was Colourpop and so it wasn't the eyeshadow, but maybe that will work out better. We'll see. Okay, here we go. I'm nervous. I don't know if this is going to work or not. So, just putting some of that on the brush. I am going to use another eyeshadow besides this, though. So this isn't going to be the only thing. Yeah, see, that's not, that basically just looks like I got punched in the eye. But I think that the best way to use this is sort of as a base. I'm going to layer something on top of this, and I bet it's going to look really pretty. I really hope so. Okay. And then right in the corner there, in the crease, I'm going to have to blend that out. I'm just going to take a small, what is this, an e.l.f. brush, and just try to blend out that product that's in the corner there. There we go. Okay, the other color I decided to use is an extra dimension eyeshadow from MAC called Fathoms Deep. And when you look at this, it is a cool toned purple, and I thought this might bring back what gets blended away that's so beautiful of that Bae. Because when you look at the Bae eyeshadow, you say, oh, that's so pretty. But then you put it on your eye and blend it out, and you lose that original shade. So I thought this might be similar, but this is more purple-ish. whereas the Bae is more of a teal. But I'm going to try it on top of this, and I think it might work out. So let's see. I'm going to go back and use the MAC 239 brush that I used with my highlight shade and just flip it over and use the other side with this Fathoms Deep, this is called. So I'm loading up my brush here and putting that right on top of the Bae. So we're going to get hints of the original color. I'm blending this really well so that the two shades are kind of merging together. So you'll get hints of the other one with this. Yeah, it's pretty. I don't know though. Let's finish it. Let's go through all the other products, and I'll do the other eye, and I'm gonna use a black eyeliner, my Kleancolor gel eyeliner, curl my lashes, do mascara, and we'll come back and talk about what I'm gonna do with my lips. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the black liner and the mascara. And I also took a little bit of the Fathoms Deep and just kind of blended it along with the eyeliner. I think it's pretty, but it kind of overwhelms my pale skin, I think. I think this look would look so much better on somebody with a deeper skin tone than mine. But I think it is pretty, and I think I was on the right track with what colors I paired it with. Now, as far as the lips goes, this is tough because you don't want anything warm tone that's going to conflict with the coolness of the blues and purples and stuff. I mean, even if you went warm, it's not going to pick up the burgundy tone. Burgundy would be too much. So you want something, if anything, that's going to mute my natural lip color a little bit. And but yet I don't think it'd be a good idea to do anything too cool tone, because then it would be too much for the eyes. So what I decided to do is go with a neutral pink lipstick. So first I'm going to use a Milani Color Statement lip liner in the shade Pretty Pink, which is number 13. Okay, I just had to sharpen it. Alright, so I just lined my lips. I'm definitely going to fill them in. I want to try to cover up my natural lip color as much as possible here. I can see a piece of glitter, either from the eyeshadow or from my face glitter. There we go, got it. Okay. So I decided to go with a neutral pink lipstick. This is Wet n Wild Silk Finish Lipstick in the shade Will You Be With Me? And it's a very neutral, light pink. Of course, combined with my natural lip color, even though I filled it in with a lip pencil, it's still going to go on quite a bit deeper than it looks like in the tube. I think a more pale lip would have been better. Just grabbed something else. So let's wipe. Yeah, this, I feel like this is too cool and too bright, and it's competing with the eyes. So I'm just going to remove this. And because I just put it on, it didn't really fully set. I'm going to try this instead. This is a Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper. And it's number 8 Soft Rose. This is a fairly new product from Milani. But see how it's like a more pale pink? I think that would probably work better. And this is like a kind of a goopy product, so I'm not going to use a liner with this. All right, that's better because it's muting my natural lip shade. That's better. Much better. Okay, so a soft rose was a better option. So I don't know, you guys. I keep looking at this and it is pretty, but it's so bold and like overwhelming and like in your face. I don't know. This might be okay for maybe like a nighttime look if you were getting really dressed up and going somewhere special, but it's definitely too much for a daytime look. But that's what I decided to do with Colourpop Bae. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Thanks for watching.